all the
Obviously, being cooped up in your own little world would eventually get boring if you don't have something else to do. Like all kinds of creative things, without ways to sort of express and conference with other people, there's going to be some kind of stagnation. People are social creatures, and we like to do things with other people. There are vast amounts of game things which all rely upon this dynamic between all the people. And it's all this sort of framing device for people being together and doing various social things, or antisocial things. It quickly grows into these different communities, and everyone's doing their own things, and they're doing things with other people. And it's as varied as you can imagine.
And I would assume that if there's one game that has all this stuff going on, that there's probably a lot more.
Well, yes, there is a lot more games. And there are plenty of other games which thrive on people's creativity and their social interactions.
Most of the time you're not just doing stuff, you're actually creating some kind of scenario or a story that goes along with what you're doing.
Well, sometimes there's stories or things, and sometimes it's just the story of your life. And that you're creating your own stories and your own memories. And that they're the framing for what you do. Like, we don't need a story. You don't need a fictional story if you have a real story from the game. Like the time your friend created a hovercraft made out of balloons, and then another person created their own hovercraft because they wanted to race you, and then they shot giant ghost saw blades at you. So, you're always creating a story, as long as you remember something, or as long as something is special or interesting. In a lot of games, if not all of them, from what appears to be simple, like a person running around a city and shooting a crossbow, unless their actions are completely random or completely self-evident, there is almost always depth below that. And if anything else, there's usually depth beyond that depth, and depth beyond that depth, and depth intertwining with other people's depth, depending on who they were talking to, or who they were playing with, or what happened in their lives. And then that intertwining of everything creates the experience. And that's why people play video games.